What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Anytime Anywhere podcast, where you're liable to hear anything at any given time with me, your host, Jaleesa Kayla. I don't even know if this sound like I'm about to start this shit over. No, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna keep it. It is what it is. Why? Because this I'm clown. Janet Jackson ass getting just a little fake. Listen, why does everything wants to be messing up? I'm keeping all of this because why? This is the Anytime Anywhere podcast. That's why. Shit. Where you're liable to hear anything at any given time. Y'all just heard a whole lot of. Yeah. I'm approaching the end of my day, and I've had a wave of emotions today. Let's just say that. I've lived today. I've felt deeply today. I just had a handful of different wave of emotions come over me today, from happy and in love and overjoyed and at peace and in awe and admiration to sadness, regret, slight shame, dissatisfaction, and I guess that's just a part of, not that I guess, I know. I know because I'm presently experiencing it, and just over the span of my lifetime, up until this point, I've accepted and know wholeheartedly that that's a part of the human experience. Like, let me just say that I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the ability to feel. I'm grateful for this experience. Let me just insert that and take a couple deep breaths. Take them with me. I feel like everyone needs to just take a deep breath right now. Even if you didn't do all three, do this one with me. On the count of three, we going inhale for 4 and exhale for 6. Like a deep belly breathing. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Perfect. Listen, today has been a day. A beautiful day. A wonderful day. Why? Because I was gifted with a new day. I'm grateful for that. When I, open my eyes in the AM and I come to, even if I don't open my eyes just yet, like when my alarm goes off on most days that I have to get up and get out, I make it my mission to thank the Most High for giving me another day, because you don't know what not being able to wake up feels like. And I don't know why I'm getting emotional right now. Like, you don't know what that feels like until you can't do it. And I won't know what that feels like until I can't do it. But by that time, I'll probably be aware that, my time here is up. This is deep, y'all. Like, I'm getting emotional. And when I just said that I was getting emotional about it, a passed over loved one came to mind. I have a few passed over loved ones, but someone that was on my mind heavy today was an ancestor, as well as a passed over loved one whom I was in love with. And it could be because this month is his birthday month, y'all. I don't know. It's just been a few things that has, like, he's always on my mind, It used to be a time where I would think about him every day, Now it might be every other day or every 2 days. I'm just going to be honest. or at least once a week, depending on what's going on. And I try not to think about him in a negative light, or like with sorrow, or with pain in my heart. Ooh, y'all, I was not expecting this. I was really just planning to come on here and tell y'all about my day and the wave of emotions, and I guess this is just a part of that. So y'all experiencing this shit in real time, and I always say thank you. If you're here, you're gonna hear more of my background because I don't have my microphone plugged in. That was a part of my emotional roller coaster. It started with that because I went to record a episode earlier in the day, and I'm just talking to y'all, and I realized that a lot of the conversation did not get recorded because my microphone died, and I thought I had enough juice to get me through the day, but apparently not. So with this Virgo new moon energy, and it's crazy because of course it's a Virgo new moon, so that means we're in some type of Virgo energy, right? My Passover lover was a Virgo, and I just love Virgos, y'all. Like, me and Virgos go together real bad, no pun intended. Like, I appreciate Virgos for everything they are and everything they are not. Okay. So shout out to you if you're a Virgo listening to this. What I can say is, and I've been saying this, when it comes to a Virgo, I'll go on a long distance road trip with y'all because I'm giving y'all the aux cord anytime. Like, mwah, chef's kiss. Like, I'm putting a Virgo on the DJ set. I'm giving them the aux cord, like, hands down. Okay. But yeah, this energy was heavy. But with this Virgo energy, what I also know about Virgos is that they're disciplined. They're gonna get the job done. They're orderly. They get shit done. So I'm going to speak the energy of Virgos over myself when it comes to organization and discipline. And I really do enjoy recording these episodes. I really do enjoy sharing myself with the world. Those of you who are listening, those of you who are meant to hear this, like I always say, and I just tell myself, I have to accept now that you're doing something and getting somewhere in life and being true to yourself. I don't want to say when you have haters, but when you have both, when you have people who are opposed to what you're doing, as well as those who appreciate and enjoy you and your true essence and whatever it is that you're doing, however you're sharing yourself. What was the point of me saying that? Like, my mind is just everywhere. I'm not speaking hateration over my life. I don't have any haters. But I do appreciate those of you who listen, and I know, that's where I was going. I always tell myself, the people who are meant to hear me will hear me and will appreciate it. Now, I know there'll be a few stragglers that may, make it past the gate, who don't agree with what I'm saying or doing, or who don't understand me, or who don't care for me or my content or my artistry, whatever it is that I'm doing, that you're tuning into. And that's okay. Like, that's okay too. Like I always say, just keep that shit cute and, don't get disrespectful. That's all. Because at any time you can exit, that's in person, through the interweb, wherever. Like, I'm damn sure not putting a gun to your head to make you, stick around or force you to take on my energy or whatever. So that would be a you thing. But I don't try to focus on the haters, you know what I'm saying, or anybody who is in the disagreements with me. I understand that everybody won't like everything, but I trust that those people that listen and tune in to me, are meant to, and y'all really fuck with your girl, so thank you. But yeah, I'm speaking the energy of Virgo over my life to get more disciplined with the podcast, with mapping out the conversations that I have with y'all and the different topics. I like to just flow. A lot of the times it's just whatever comes to mind, whatever I'm going through, whatever I'm feeling like, whatever I'm experiencing. I like to share that with people because I'm very much to myself. I've kind of always been like that, like forever in hermit mode. But I know how to pop out when I need to. However, I'm feeling like there's gonna be a time in life where elevation is gonna call for me to pop out even more. So I have to, start prepping for that, get more disciplined and more certain about what it is that I want. Just from life in general and from the things that I do, which the podcast being one of them. Like, I really enjoy this. And I'm so proud of myself. Like, I'm going to keep saying it because y'all don't know how long I've been wanting to start a podcast. And I was like, I need 1 second. Yeah, so just getting more certain about where I see this going. And right now, I just see it going as far as it needs to go. I felt like I needed and wanted co-hosts and people to talk to, which is kind of how I got my foot in even wanting to do podcasting, because I've always been someone who would do like mock interviews with people. Like, I really feel like I should have been an A&R in a past life. Like, oh my gosh, that's so funny because it's kind of started with my past lover. He was into music, and we would just manifest and dream and help each other with our goals. And I remember I would always give him like mock interviews for when he blew up, and I would interview him about his music and his new album and his new drops and his new EPs. And he was the first person that taught me about EPs. Like, I loved music, but I didn't know what the hell EPs were or like any of that. I just listened to music, and if somebody said something dropped, it's 2 songs, it's 1 song, it's 3 songs, it's 10 songs, okay, whatever. I wasn't a big album girl anyway. So yeah, but it started with him. Like, I would give him mock interviews and come up with different questions, and just like, I missed that. I missed him so much. And shit be so surreal, y'all. Like, if you've ever lost a loved one, listen, if nobody understands, Jaleesa Kayla understands. Like, the shit be so surreal at times. They tell you like, it never gets easy. It just becomes more bearable at times. You know what I'm saying? Like, you learn how to live life in spite of that loved one no longer being here. And you keep them with you and carry them wherever you go. However, like, y'all, it's not always easy. But I know that he's with me. I know that I'm feeling him strongly because his birthday is coming up. And not only because of that, it's just, I was really in love, y'all. Like, I was really in love. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. But I'm not gonna go too much in on that because, that's a special topic. And I'll touch on that one day, about navigating losing not only loved ones but someone that you were with. I got some special things coming up with that I think will be very beneficial, and I want to roll it out properly. Yeah. Anyways, so that's that on that. Again, like I said, my freaking mic died. So, again, I have to get more intentional about making sure that I got my equipment when I know I want to record, which is kind of all the time when I'm not in a house. It's just so crazy because sometimes I can get frustrated because it seems like, damn, I really don't have a lot of outward peace. Like, I'm curating my inward peace, but the outward peace is like, it's always loud no matter where I am. There's always chaos going on. And I'm not really blaming the outside, because again, I'm in these spaces, I've manifested these places, you know. It's not their fault that I'm in need to be in these spaces, you know what I'm saying? However, it's just like, whoa, it puts everything into perspective, how sacred, for me, peace is, how sacred it is to have a space to call my own, to be able to record, to be able to do my yoga, to be able to just sit and not talk and not do shit and not feel like I gotta, you know, speak to anybody if I don't want to. And I know for some people that may sound like, well, damn, but listen, this is my life. This is how I'm processing things. And sometimes I really don't want to fucking talk to nobody. I don't want to, you know, hear anybody yelling or anybody crying or anybody, like, I want my thoughts and my energy to be my own. And it's like, when you're here, there, everywhere, around people, you know, you just learn what's value, or should I say, you learn what you value, which is peace. You know, I value my peace. I value my alone time. I value my freedom. I value balance, you know. And I understand going into it, this second quarter of life, knowing, okay, this time when you do A, B, and C, you know, make sure your foundation is sturdy. And I recorded a episode yesterday just touching on foundation and stability, and, you know, some, not in totality, but just touching on it a little bit and what that means for me, and, you know, just all of that. Like, if you're in a space right now where you feel like you don't have any peace, trust me, it's coming. Speak it over your life. Claim it now. You know, if you don't have a lot of outward peace, or it's always loud, or, you know, you don't have a lot of room and time to yourself, again, assess where you went wrong at and what you need to do to be sure that you never have to be in those situations again where, you know, you're in a space where you can't change your surroundings. You know what I'm saying? If you want to get up and leave and go to your own space, then, you know, that's what you can and will do, because why? You got it like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just gonna leave that there, but just make sure you do what you got to do. And yeah, but going back to the original topic, it was just like, yeah, I've been feeling so many different emotions today, just being up and down with my, you know, my mood and my thoughts, and even with trying to record the podcast. Like, yo, I have so many episodes to put out, and I'm gonna get them out to y'all. However, like, it's just like, one part of me is like, okay, I want it to just be genuine. And then the other part of me is like, damn, I'm trying to record when I can, when it's not so loud, when I have a little bit of time to myself, you know, when I'm not doing too much. It's like, it can be nerve-wracking at times. However, you know, take it easy. I'm going to breathe and be grateful in this moment. And just do the best that I can. So thank you again if you're listening to this. I like to think of my episodes currently, it's like you're just talking to your friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you on the phone with your homegirls, you got the kids crying in the background. If any of y'all got children, you got your man in your ear. You know, he talking about he hungry. He asking you where his other sock at, where his keys at. You got your mom calling on the other line. You know, you got the washing machine going in the background. You got the TV on blast. I don't know what kids is watching nowadays. I don't know. Like, I don't know. My niece watches, like, big girl stuff. Like, whatever her brother watches, she watches. And then she got some of her own shows. She like Barbie Roberts and little cute stuff like that. But You got all that going on in the background. You just like, yeah, girl. And I'm like, hold on, girl. I gotta stop right here. Yeah, girl. I'm gonna be here when you get back. Go ahead. Yo, this shit is real. Like, this is real life. This is what I'm going through. Again, if it's not for you, I understand, But I appreciate those of you so much who this aligns with. And I don't even want this to feel like chaos, because sometimes we can feel like, that's all that's going on is a bunch of chaos. And, but some people can study with noise, and some people like it to be quiet, Listen, nonetheless, I appreciate you for being here. I love you, Shout out to all of you who are processing the passing over of any loved ones. It doesn't just have to be romantic, Know that they are always with you. It's raining today. It's raining for real. So, allow, if you're experiencing this storm, to wash away the sorrow, wash away the pain, wash away the sadness. Allow it to do that. And yeah, just talk to your loved one. Know that they're always with you. Know that they're always around you. Whether you get omens or, signs or not, they're always there. But trust that they'll give you signs, Shit just be surreal at times. Like, damn, like, they really not here anymore in this lifetime. Like, damn, I really experienced that. Whew. Man. I'll tell y'all one thing, though. Y'all can say a lot of shit about me. Not y'all, because I know y'all, we here. Y'all fuck with me. Y'all really adore me and appreciate me. Thank you. I'm saying anybody in the past or in the present who want to pop shit or talk shit, y'all really don't know me for real. But y'all can say a lot of shit about me, but what y'all can't say is that I'm not covered. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gifted. I'm not a chosen one, because I done been through some things, okay? Like, some shit that'll make a grown man cry for eternity. Like some pain, some shit that most people won't make it out of, okay? And I'll add this part before I leave. If anyone, because I know this is a touchy subject, a touchy topic. Again, my emotions have been everywhere, and this was something that was on my mind today. If you're someone who has experienced recently or currently experiencing feelings of overwhelm to where you feel like you want to take your life, or you feel like, you're not meant to be here, you can't find your footing, know that you are here for a reason, and it's not to suffer. I know it may be painful, I know it may be tough, but please, I'm begging you, okay? Jaleesa Kayla, I'm begging you to find help. If you feel like no one around you cares, listen, email me, reach out to me. I will talk to you. I will chat with you. You know what I'm saying? With reason and with boundaries. I will say that. But know that you are not alone. All of us can't do it on our own at times. Sometimes we can't pull ourselves from out of that deep, dark space. But until I get to chat with you, I invite you to, like, really get in touch with the Most High. Know that you are here for a reason. I don't know, what you believe in, but I trust that if you're here, you're on a more spiritual path, maybe you're not married to a religion, or maybe you're trying to find your way through. I'm just being open and honest. I'm free flowing. I don't really subscribe to a religion, but what I do religiously is seek out closeness with the Most High. I seek out closeness with my ancestors. I seek out closeness within myself, because I done been through some things, y'all, and I'm still here. I'm not saying that it's easy once you reach a certain plateau. However, like, I'm here. I'm here. If nobody else is here, I'm here. And if you would be open to it, this goes for anyone who may be feeling like this. Or even if you have a loved one, you're not sure how to go about helping them, like, maybe just reach out to them. Let them know that you do care. Let them know that you're around. Just extend it. Just extend it, because you never know what somebody may be going through. I'm going to touch on that again. However, I'm going to leave that right here. Just because, life be life, and y'all, and shit be real. So, what I will say is, I'm here. I love you. I appreciate you. Your existence does matter. You are here for a reason. You have a great, great purpose in this lifetime. And I trust that you will do great things. I speak the energy of healing and success over everyone, over myself as well, and prosperity and joy and freedom in this lifetime. And so it is done. I wanted to leave y'all on a high note. If this episode got a little too deep and, real for you, I understand. However, that was my truth, and, I just wanted to share that, and it was on my heart to touch on the different things that I touched on. Again, I always thank y'all for being here and rocking out with me. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. Leave a comment below. I'm not going to say about what. Just leave a comment. Whatever you want to leave, leave it below. Just have some respect, in this space. Because this is my space and I'm allowing you into my space. So just have some respect. But yeah, leave however you're feeling below. If something touched you, share that. If you're experiencing something deep right now, share that. If you have an experience you want to share, listen. The floor is yours. If you just want to leave some heart emojis or extend love to someone else who's commented, do that. Yeah. But know that we are all loved, and we're here for a reason, y'all. And I love you. And I love you. Listen, if you don't do anything else after listening to this podcast, once you like, share, comment, turn on your bell notifications, please, 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 I'm begging you. I'm not too proud to beg when it comes to this. I'm begging you to go sit in front of the mirror and tell yourself that you love yourself. At least 3 times. Look yourself in the eyes and tell yourself that you are worthy of existence. At least 3 times. You don't have to do more than 3, but don't do less than 3. And after you're done doing all of that, be sure to love yourself always in all ways. And I will catch y'all in my next episode. It's raining right now. And I'm appreciative of the rain. Let it wash away the pain and, all the stagnant energy that may be around. And let it cleanse our aura. I will catch y'all on my next episode because I could keep going on and on and on. But I'm just so grateful to be able to leave y'all on a high note. And I hope that you have a beautiful day. Until next time, y'all. Happy Wednesday, everybody.